66 million years ago, the world did not end quietly. It did not fade or weaken. It erupted. The Earth itself became the weapon, transforming from a living planet into a furnace of fire, shock, and suffocation. What followed was not simply an extinction, but a planetary nightmare so violent that the ground seemed to melt, the skies burned, and life that had ruled for over 160 million years vanished in what felt like a single, endless day. In the final moments of the Age of Dinosaurs, Earth was a warm, green world. Vast forests stretched across continents, shallow seas teemed with life, giant reptiles ruled land, air, and ocean with no rival. Tyrannosaurs hunted beneath open skies, Triceratops herds thundered across floodplains, pterosaurs ruled the winds. The planet appeared stable, ancient, and unchanging. But far beyond the blue horizon of Earth's atmosphere, something unstoppable was already falling. A massive asteroid, over 10 kilometers wide, hurtled through space at unimaginable speed. It was older than Earth itself, a remnant from the birth of the solar system. Traveling faster than a rifle bullet, it crossed the distance from the Moon to Earth in minutes. There was no warning, no sound, no sign. Gravity pulled it in, and within seconds the fate of life on Earth was sealed. The impact struck what is now the Yucatan Peninsula. In an instant, the asteroid punched into the planet's crust with the force of more than 1 billion nuclear weapons. The collision released energy beyond human comprehension. The ground liquefied, rock behaved like water. The crust rebounded as if struck by a cosmic hammer. A fireball erupted, expanding faster than sound, hotter than the surface of the sun. The Earth screamed. At the impact site, everything ceased to exist. Forests vaporized, oceans boiled, bedrock melted and splashed outward like liquid metal. Shockwaves raced through the planet, triggering earthquakes thousands of times stronger than any recorded in human history. Mountains collapsed, fault lines split open, the ground rolled and buckled as if alive. Within minutes, the sky ignited. Molten debris blasted into space, thrown so high it briefly escaped Earth's gravity before falling back down. As this rain of fire returned, it superheated the atmosphere. The planet's surface began to cook. Forests on the opposite side of the world burst into flames without ever seeing the impact. Flash waves swept across continents, flash-frying animals where they stood. Dinosaurs didn't just die from fire, they were baked alive by the sky itself. The oceans did not offer refuge. Tsunamis taller than skyscrapers surged across coastlines at jet speed. Entire marine ecosystems were pulverized, coral reefs shattered, seafloors were scoured clean. In shallow seas, creatures were slammed against rock walls by waves that never stopped coming. Water itself became a weapon. As firestorms raged, the Earth entered a phase unlike anything before or since. The atmosphere filled with ash, soot, and pulverized rock. Sunlight vanished. Day turned into permanent dusk, then night. Photosynthesis collapsed, plants withered, food chains snapped, herbivores starved, carnivores followed soon after. But starvation was only part of the horror. Sulfur-rich rocks vaporized by the impact combined with atmospheric water to form sulfuric acid clouds. Acid rain poured from the sky, poisoning rivers and soils. Oceans turned acidic, dissolving shells and killing plankton that formed the base of marine life. The planet's chemistry turned against its inhabitants. For months, perhaps years, the Earth was locked in darkness and cold. Temperatures plunged. What began as fire ended in ice. Winters arrived that never seemed to end. Even dinosaurs adapted to cooler climates could not survive a world without plants, without sunlight, without stability. Their reign ended not with a battle, but with silence. Yet beneath the devastation, something deeper occurred. The Earth itself changed. The impact fractured the crust, magma surged upward, volcanic eruptions intensified across the globe, particularly in what is now India, where the Deccan traps poured lava for thousands of years. The planet bled molten rock, releasing carbon dioxide and toxic gases that reshaped the climate long after the initial impact. The Earth had been wounded, and it responded violently. In some regions, the ground truly did melt. Temperatures rose so high that surface rocks softened and flowed. Glassy materials formed where soil and sand fused instantly. Entire landscapes were re-sculpted in minutes. What once supported towering dinosaurs became unrecognizable terrain, stripped of life and memory. The dinosaurs did not all die instantly. Some survived the first day, some endured the fires and the darkness, but the world they depended on was gone. Eggs failed to hatch, prey disappeared, forests never returned fast enough. Over time, one species after another vanished, until only fossils remained as witnesses to their downfall. Yet extinction was not total. Small, adaptable creatures found refuge underground, in water, in sheltered environments. Mammals no larger than rats scurried through the ruins. Birds, descendants of small feathered dinosaurs, survived where giants could not. Crocodilians waded in rivers. Turtles buried themselves in mud. Life bent, but it did not break. Millions of years later, the planet healed. Forests returned. Oceans stabilized, mammals grew larger, filling the empty niches left behind. Primates emerged. Eventually, humans appeared, walking unknowingly across land once ruled by titans. Beneath their feet lay the scars of a world-ending catastrophe. Today, the evidence remains. A thin layer of iridium found worldwide, rare on Earth but common in asteroids. Shocked quartz formed only under immense pressure. The buried crater beneath the Yucatan Peninsula, over 180 kilometers wide. The Earth remembers what happened, even if life has moved on. The nightmare of 66 million years ago was not just the death of dinosaurs. It was a reminder that Earth is not a passive stage for life. It is an active force, capable of unimaginable violence. The same planet that nurtures life can erase it in a moment. The dinosaurs ruled the Earth longer than humans have existed by a factor of 1,000. They survived climate shifts, volcanic eruptions, and continental drift, but they could not survive a falling star. The sky fell, the ground burned, the oceans rose, and the Earth, for a brief and terrible time, melted and swallowed its kings. This was not merely an extinction, it was the end of an age, written in fire and stone, etched into the bones of the planet itself.